What do you say, everybody? Sandbox day 12, and this will be the last Sandbox episode in this series. The devs had a update on Thursday, and they wiped all the official servers. So I am going to wipe all of my single player and my test server as well. They did state that you don't have to, but if they're wiping official servers, then there's got to be a reason. So I'm just going to go ahead and wipe two. That way, everything I have has the fresh update with no interference. So this will be the last episode in this series, and then next weekend we will have basically a new playthrough. So we'll go from there. But to get to the day, I promised you guys killing mechs, and that's what we're going to do today by any means necessary. I do have enough uranium to do it, but I do not have enough lead plate. So, what we can do is we do have batteries in every single one of our cars, but I think what we'll do is we'll go buy what batteries we can left from the trader. We could go to each trader, but what I'm going to do is we're going to do something a little different and see how much we have. I probably need I do have two batteries in the charger still, so there's a possibility of getting anywhere from 20 uses of lead plate to 100 uses of lead plate out of each one of these. So I do have that. I figure I need at least 10 more batteries to, if they only give me a one use 20. But I figure I need at least 10 more batteries to get us where we need to be. I would like to kill a black and a yellow mech so I can show you guys what you get out of each. Because you pretty much get the same thing every time except for turret parts. So according to my calculations, we're going to need roughly 500 rounds of 7.62x54R to do this. So that is going to be the closest thing I have to making this quick, easy, and cheap. We do have a Desert Eagle 50, which is something else that we could do. We could use the 50 mags and do this. This would actually be cheaper than the SVD. Cheaper, and it's cheaper. Actually, it's about the same amount. So we're probably right around the same amount for the Desert Eagle versus the 50. So we'll just use the SVD. We've already got mags for it. I believe I secured all the mags that were in our box in here. We got 2 mags here, and that's it. So we'll have to round up some more mags. I need at least 20 mags, but I don't think we're gonna make that. I don't think we're gonna make that cut. We do have toolboxes. We do have lead plate. I will take some of this stuff we have and sell it. That way we can get some more money in order to get the stuff we need. I do have some SVD mags in here, which once again we could go to every trader and buy all the SVD mags. We can. Last time we went there, they didn't have very many, so we could do that. I do have a couple suits in here we could sell to get us some more money if need be. And what's in our dump box? Let's see. Yeah, I could sell some stuff in here if we need be as well. We can also do some quests. We still have quests to do. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're gonna take a ride to the trader first. See what we can get. If we have to, we'll come back and get the plane and go to every trader to see what we can get for SVD mags. And then hopefully we can secure the batteries. I'm probably going to end up doing something I don't like to do because it's kind of cheats the system. So I like to find everything, and we'll see what happens here. I'll show you when we get there. But I'm gonna head to the trader, and we shall get this ball rolling. I'll meet you guys there. All right.
Hello.
Fix this baby up. So I'm pretty sure we bought all the batteries we could the last time we were in here. He's got 4. No, we didn't buy any batteries last time we were here. We looked at it. He does have 4 we can buy, so we'll buy those 4. And I could go, like I said, I could go to every trader and just buy all these, but I'll show you the quicker way to do it. The way I see it is I need, I need 500 rounds, and it's going to cost me, let's see, it's going to cost me 7, I think it's 7. Yeah, it's going to cost me 7 lead plate per round of ammo. So I need about 71. Yeah, we're going to need, let's see. We're going to need quite a bit of lead plate. So here's what we'll do. If you put your car on the lift, you can remove your car battery. Throw this one in the box, and then you can buy another one. And you can keep doing this. This is kind of a cheat in the system. I don't really like doing it this way. I feel like it's kind of cheesy, but it is one way to get batteries in a pinch if that's what you need to do. So I'm going to get a couple of these. I'm going to see if we have what we need to break these down on the spot and see how much lead plate we actually have. Which we should have. We should at least have a wrench in here somewhere. There's a crowbar. We can do it that way. So if we take these lead plate, or these batteries I should say, put them here, and then break down into lead plate. There's 1. You have the opportunity to get 5, but you don't really have, I don't have a sure way yet of how to break them down to get the 5 at once that you need. Some people say that you need 100% crowbar, 100% battery, but it seems to be roughly the same no matter what I do. So we can fix this crowbar up. Put this in here. And then sometimes I'll get 1, sometimes I'll get 5. I think we got 2 that time. We got 3 that time. And we got a couple there. So we can do this for a little while and get the batteries we need. Move. Break it down. There's 4 out of that one, so that was a good one. There's 4 out of that one, so that was a good one. Two. and batteries are now out of stock. So realistically, I just messed up because now I can't start this vehicle without a battery. So what we can do next is the extreme and buy a vehicle and get another battery. So we could sell the Rager and then just buy another one. That way we get what we need. So we could actually just take, we're gonna lose money on this for sure. I was not expecting for the batteries to run out of stock there. Let's just make sure I don't have another battery on us. I do. So we'll just put this in. Good old quest box saved this. Okay. So we won't buy or break down anymore. We'll take what we have. I'm gonna run and grab some scrap while we're here just to make sure we have enough. Looks like we've got plenty, but you never know. We do have enough. We should have enough toolboxes out of all the toolboxes I made. So we should have enough toolboxes. Let's throw this in here. I'll get one more load of scrap. And since it is the final day, I think I'll go ahead and buy all of our armor pieces and our doors. Because like I said, once you hit 400, I think it was 430 fame or something like that, whatever it is you buy, can buy all the rest of the parts for. I didn't want that. Sell that. I want to fix that. Once you hit enough fame, you could just buy all this stuff. So you could either buy it or hit enough fame to buy a vehicle. Just depends on what you want to do.
Yeah. See you later. No loitering. You either buy or get lost.
We got the money, might as well use it. Okay. Armored up. Let me go get some scrap, and then we'll head back and make some ammo. Yeah. That should be plenty enough scrap.
Aye.
Let's get our box. All right, we're just going to park her out here for now. Future tip, don't ever park your car in between a door. So like right here, don't put the middle of your car right here and leave it there. If your server restarts or you leave the game or anything like that, you'll come back to a destroyed vehicle because the door will shut on it and the door will destroy it. So, future reference, don't do that. I forgot to see about SVD mags. So let's just see how much ammo we're going to come up with here first. I'm going to come in here and kind of get this stuff away from the bench. So we do have, like I said, we do have gunpowder and lead plate here now. And we also have the uranium. We have plenty of uranium. We should have lots of uranium. We need the toolboxes, which are here. And this gets a little crowded when you start doing this. The best thing you can do is just try to keep it organized as you can and keep going. It's a little bit of a time consuming process because you have to make so much ammo, but once you're done, you're good to go. So let me get organized here. We are going to make 762 by 54R. This is for SVDs. As you can see there, all we need is the scrap, which we have. In the blue bag, we have the gunpowder, which we can start throwing it on the ground. In the yellow bag, we have the lead plate, some of it, so we can throw some of it on the ground. I like using all the ones that are really, really poor quality or not enough uses at first. That way we can get them out of our inventory and make more room for the better pieces. So we'll just throw all that on the ground. And we'll start with some uranium here. And that should be everything we need to craft the ammo. You will use stamina while doing this, so crouch down. That way you don't burn yourself out. We have everything we need. Start crafting the ammo. 762 by 54R. And while we do this, we are going to level up our engineering more. This is also a really good way to get fame. You'll gain quite a bit of fame doing this. You gain about 1 fame point every 2 crafts of ammo. And we're gaining engineering. Quite a bit of it as well. Alright, we're getting close to being out of lead plate here, and our workbench needs repaired as well. We are 85% into engineering, so we went up 10% just crafting this ammo from medium to advanced. Let's see how much ammo we got here now. Alright, there's 400 rounds. There's 500 rounds. And we got some to spare. So we got about 545 rounds. Or no, I'm sorry, 25 rounds. Sorry. So we have what we needed. We've got some uranium left over. We could sell it if we need to. We could save it for the next batch of mechs if that's what we were going to do. Obviously, like I said, this is going to be our last episode for here. We'll repair our toolboxes with or repair our workbench with our toolboxes, but let's actually test something real quick, because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If we go to our flag, we should see, yes, it's here. So we've got one element that is below 50%. If we fix that, let's grab our toolbox, come back up here. We now have 100% workbench, and we only used one toolbox use versus the full toolbox use as a percentage. So one toolbox use equals like 1% when you fix a workbench, but if you go down to the flag, you use one toolbox use and you will fix the flag completely. So one more tip for you. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think it is differences on different servers, but as far as Sandbox goes, it should work every time. I know sometimes in different servers it doesn't work, so something to remember though. Save you a lot of toolboxes. All right, so now that we have the ammo, let's put all this stuff away. That can go in here. This is going to go in here, and that's going to go in there, and everything else is going to be good. Helmets, let me put that in there. This is coming with us. So now that we have the ammo, I'm going to throw my card down here because we're going to buying stuff. Now that we have the ammo, we only have 5 mags, which I am going to go ahead and fix as well. The mags that are damaged. So we can do one of two things. We can go kill a mech and just continue to reload these mags, or we can go to every trader and buy the mags we need. Typically, I would just loot everything. Let's see. Sell is coming with us, and loot is coming. Oh, actually, we're going to take the plane. So let me grab my SVD. I'm going to grab everything we need to kill the mech so we don't come back. We actually have a launcher as well, so we could use this launcher to kill a mech as well. We have a couple grenades as well. We could use it. We could craft us an improvised grenade launcher. They don't work very well. They do work, but not very well. I am going to need one of these. I will take the SVD suppressors to utilize them, and I will take a red dot, and then we will grab our SVD. Now, the only other thing that I want is a couple of repair kits for the gun so it doesn't jam, which we should have right here. I'll just take these 200% ones. And let's grab, we need a backpack. We need like a spare backpack. We can buy one. We should have one though. Let's see. And actually, I am going to take tactical armor for this mission. So gear, and then I'll put our SVD in here. I'll put our weapon repair kits in here. I'll put our mags in here. Actually, let's take the SVD, put the rail on it, put the optic on it, and then go ahead and throw this. We'll keep the bad suppressor. We'll start with the good suppressor first. And then there's that. And then we can take our SVD, throw it back in here, put our bag on, and transfer all our ammo. And then once we get some more mags, we will we'll load this stuff up. Actually, let's keep these in here so I don't keep them down in my spot. I'll put this one in my hand, this one back in my bag, my back. And we're going to take the plane. We're going to take the plane, go to the traders, see about getting more mags. So we'll go to every trader first and get more mags. I probably should bring a toolbox just for purposes. I do have bandages and Phoenix tears, something that will be very crucial for you if the mech decides to nail you. Like I said, we do get fame too. We went up from like 730 fame to 800 fame crafting that ammo as well. So if you do need fame, you know, you can craft crap ammo to do it. The standard ammo doesn't give you as much as crap ammo does, but it still does level you up for fame. Let me grab a couple more drinks of water here and then we'll get going. Oh, our plane's gone. So we got to relog anyway. Let me grab my bag. Grab my bag, run up here and make sure everything is put away properly before I leave. Looks like it is. Don't have to worry about the truck. All right. We'll relog to get our plane back. And she should be back right now. Maybe? There it is. Okay. Good. All right, we'll throw our bag in here. I really should grab another bag so I can put all the stuff we're going to get from the mechs in here as well. Throw this in here. I do need some food, so we'll eat some of this. Okay, so we're just going to go to every trader and see what we get for mags, and hopefully we'll be fine. So if we can round up about 20 mags total, we have 5. We need about 15 more. If we can round up about 20 mags total, this will be really well. This will go really well. Problem is these mags are not cheap. I think they're like almost $2,000 for one.
Up? If you're trying to rob the place,
Let's see what we got here.
See ya. I'm well armed.
SVD mags are $1,200 each. He has 5. We can get 5. Nice. Okay. All right. We still got 20 grand in the bank. Well, we should be able to get quite a few more at least. All right, we'll go to B4. then C2, then A0. This is the one thing I love about the seaplane is you can just go to every trader without an issue.
Welcome, stranger. Guns come unloaded.
All right.
Security reasons. Obviously.
SVD mags, he has 3. Okay. 3 more than we had. We're going to go to C2 now. Oh, we got some more money now. What else I got? C2. I still need to check the graves. That's actually not a hard one to do. We could probably do that.
Guns come unloaded. Security reasons. Obviously.
SVD mags, he has 3. Okay. So we're definitely going to have to reload mags. That's for sure. We'll go down to A0 trader, check what he's got, and then we'll load the mags and go right into killing mechs. That's how you make a quick stop. Yeah, we can put her back on the ground. That's not a problem. The safe zones have no vehicle. Safe zones have no vehicle damage, so we should be able to get back in it. We'll be fine.
Guns come unloaded. Security
All
reasons.
right.
Obviously.
He has 4 mags. Nice. All right, we didn't get all that we wanted, but we are 15 mags. We have 20 mags, yeah. So we should be good. Let's see if I can pull the plane out of the bad spot. if we go into the water, the plane will destroy. So that is one thing that is bad that I just did. I was being careless. I was trying to come in hot and see what happens. But we should be able to recover her. We'll go backwards first. No, she don't want to go backwards? Okay, let's see what happens if we do this then. Just like so. Alright, so we're going to go to one of my favorite spots to kill mechs. It has a yellow and a black mech, and that is A2 at the docks. This is one of my go-to spots to kill a yellow and a black mech at the same time. The other one where I would go to kill a yellow and a black mech at the same time would be B4. That would be my next favorite spot. But it depends on how close we are to something, and you know where our base is, what we're trying to do, stuff like that. So, but we'll go over here to the docks first. Just park right up close to the rocks here. Like so. Then we will grab our bag. We'll grab our extra ammo, grab our bag, and we got some magazine loading to do. So I will load up all these mags, and then we'll kill some mechs. Depending on how high your rifle is, this will go a lot quicker. But being that we're basically just, we're almost a medium, but we're basic rifle at the moment, so it's going to take a minute. All right, last mag here. So we should have plenty to kill the yellow mech for sure. We only need about 170 rounds for the yellow mech and 280 rounds for the black mech. So we have right here, we should have around 200 rounds just in mags, so the yellow mech shouldn't be an issue at all. 210 rounds to be exact. And then we'll take a couple extra rounds just to load mags if we have to. We shouldn't have to, but the other thing we're going to do is we're going to leave our katana. That way we have a spot to throw the gun, and we're going to utilize our UMP for puppets, because we more than likely will trigger a horde doing this. So let me put the rest of this back in the car, in the plane, I should say. secured. We have 210 plus another 100 rounds, so we should be more than solid doing this. We are overloaded too, so we are not going to be able to move very fast. I do have the pistol, which it is loaded. And we have the UMP for puppets, so we should be good in that aspect. Now, one of the things I will say is when you do this, see the mech just spawned in there. So there's the black mech, here's the yellow mech. One of the things I will say when you do this is if you try to get rid of as many puppets as you can before you start doing this, you're likely to not cause a horde at that point. But it's kind of tough because they spawn in everywhere and there's bushes everywhere and stuff like that. So pretty tough to narrow that down. The other thing we don't want to do when we do this, is be in the sight of the other mech. Now, this mech here is only going to have the guns for the most part, but the other mech is going to have grenades and other things like that. So we've got to really be careful when it comes to both of these mechs together. But I think we'll take position like right here, and we'll try to get him to pin himself somewhere along the lines of this rail. And then we also have an opening on the wall over there. The other thing we could do is we can go hide inside of that building. That's probably what we'll do for that mech over there. We'll probably get him close to one of the buildings. That way he can't grenade us very easily with his mortars. But this mech shouldn't be that big of a deal. And the more we stay in cover, the less likely he is to see us. Now, I have tested this a lot. There is no weak spot on the mech, so you just have to shoot him. So he can't see us peeking around the corner here. So that's one reason why I chose this spot. Now, if we stick our head out there a little bit more, or he sees us from like right here, then it'll change things. Now, we could aggro him and get him over here and keep him over here if we really wanted to. But if you're trying to do this without, dying, then it's better to just keep him at a distance and stay in cover to where he can't see you. But like I said, though, the farther you are from him, the more ammo you're going to need, because the velocity of the rounds do change in distances, and they change for damage. So you'll have to kind of pick your battle. Do you want to be up close and use as less rounds as possible, or do you want to be safe and far away? One of the other places is you can go up on that rock up there and get into a good position pretty easily to where he can't see you. And he should be back here in a minute. And we'll let him get close. That way we can stun him here. If I could reload mags faster, like if I had higher rifle skill, if I had our higher rifle skill, we could reload the mags faster and keep him here a little easier. But because I don't have a higher rifle skill, it takes a little longer. So now he's going to walk away as we're reloading the mag. Now we could try to get him back, but he's just not going to see us, so he's going to stand there and kind of look from where he's being shot at. He's not going to do anything different. I actually have to step out there to get him to come back. But killing the yellow mech's not that big a deal. The black one is always the big worry. See where our suppressor is. Suppressor's looking good. You can see he's starting to slow down. He should start smoking any minute now. Because we're almost 100 rounds in, which is almost halfway through. Well, probably about halfway through now, actually. So he should start smoking. Yep, see, he's starting to spark. You can just take your time. You can take your time. You don't have to worry about anything if you do it this way. Just keep loading mags. So the biggest threat right here doing this is just puppets, basically. Which we took out the one puppet with that we seen, so that's why we haven't seen any others yet. Now he's smoking. Should be about done. And you want to stay crouched. You want to stay crouched while you're doing this, because even just aiming the gun uses stamina, and if you have to run away, then you're gonna be in a bad position if you use all your stamina standing up. We should be just about done. Now he's on fire. Let's see, where we at? Should be about one more mag. One or two more mags. He should be about right here. Right there. There he is. He's done. That's the yellow mech. So now we just need to come in here and get our stuff before the black mech sees us. So if we kind of position ourselves right here, we should be alright. And we get BMG, VCU lock, C4 part, and a key card. He burned me a little bit. Now, the next part is we got to be quick about this, because we got about 10 minutes before a dropship will drop another one off, or he'll spawn back in, one or the other. So we got to go back out, load our mags, and be quick about it before the other one gets to the point where he's in a position to kind of cut us off in between him. So our suppressor is still pretty good, so we should have enough suppressor. Well, we'll have enough suppressor in that other one to definitely do the next one without any worry. Let's get our bag back out. And we'll stick this stuff down here in the bottom. So we got BMG. The BMG is perfect for setting up to kill another mech. That's kind of what I do with the yellow mechs, is just keep killing them for their BMG, and then once I get an M82, I'll set up the M82 to just continue killing mechs. Because once you get an M82, it changes things a lot. Okay, we'll take that. We will fix our SVD. We will change out the suppressor. Put this back in here. That back in there. And let's take this mag out. Looks to be empty. and I'll load these mags back up and we'll go kill the black mech. Alright, so we're going to need about 100 or 280 rounds to kill the black mech. We have 200 here plus one in the gun that I've already topped off, and then we have another 300 and let's do this 325 rounds, 345 rounds to utilize in the black mech. So let's put this bag away and we'll go kill him. Let me put our BCU away. So as you can see, the yellow mech is still dead. We still got maybe 5 or 10 minutes before we need to worry about him spawning in or getting dropped off by a dropship. But what we're gonna do next is the black mech's path should be right here on this road, which we should see him any moment now. Yeah, there he is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to position myself in probably that industrial building. Sounds like there's a puppet behind me or something. Alright. We can follow him out now. Yeah, puppet's in that building there. So we're going to go inside that industrial building there and position ourselves in there. I'm going to take out these puppets here, so we don't have to worry about them. Load our mag. Okay, we are good now. So next we need to do is find that other puppet I heard, which is right there. And then we'll get ourselves positioned for this black mech. Now this one I'm probably going to aggro. And what we're going to try to do is position him on this side of the building so we can get his gun pinned up against the wall so that we can step back inside the room and shoot him without any worries. So he's coming now. What we're going to do is aggro him.
Stop right there.
Like that. And then we're going to get him over here.
I'll be your exception. A fatal one.
Which I'm not sure why he's going that way, but whatever works for him. Now, we got to worry about his mortar, we got to worry about his flamethrower, we got to worry about his minigun, and we got to worry about his plasma rifle. So that's one of the reasons why we're going to do him in the building. And it looks like he's going to be stuck. So let's see if we can get him over here. For this guy, it's all about position. So he's going to come over here. There's the drop ship. It's going to drop off the next one. But we're going to get him over here. There he comes. And want his gun to be right up into the wall here. But I mean, if we have to, we can do it right here as well. Peek the corner like we were talking about. Just got to be careful with him because he will shoot through the wall. And if we can keep him in a position where we want him, then that's perfect. But the main thing is I want this building blocking his gun. That's what I want. That's what you want to do when you set these guys up. You just want to get the building blocking his main gun. Yeah, he's starting to smoke. He can't take the pressure. All right, we're about almost halfway there. I have to reload these mags here in a minute, so he'll have to walk away. He's slowing down though. We're getting there. don't want to let him get too close to the building because he has that flamethrower as well. So if I start seeing him get too close, we're just going to back up into the building. Alright, we're loading one round at a time now, so let's go ahead and load some mags. And as long as we stay right here and keep him to where he can see us, well, which he looked away that time, but we'll keep him right here. We just gotta keep his attention. While we load these mags. Couple more here. Like I said, we need about 280 rounds, so I'm gonna load one more mag after this, and then we should be all right. Actually, we should be fine now. So, see what happens here. Getting back over here. He headshotted me. That's not good, because he may not be damaged by the time we get back. He was right there too. He was probably one more mag worth and he was dead. But that's why I say you got to keep that gun, like, you got to keep that gun blocked by the building. If he's got any kind of access to you, then it's not a good day. See what happens here. Hope I get a good spawn. Which we did not. So by the time I get back to him, he's probably going to be fully recovered now. we might get our gear. We are about we're about a 5 to 10 minute run away, so we might get our gear. We might not. But the one thing I will say is he probably will be 100% recovered by the time we get back. Because once you get far away from him without somebody else being nearby, if nobody's nearby, then they basically reset. Especially for being this long. I don't think he'll he might still be there, maybe, just because my body's still there, but I really doubt it at this point. We might get lucky. I think our boat, I think we stole all the fuel out of it, but we could take our boat that we left over here back to it. If it's still here. I doubt it's still here. He got a lucky headshot. So the mechs, they actually aim center mass for you. So whatever he did, he got a lucky headshot on me and killed me. But typically they aim center mass. And you can usually withstand 2 or 3 shots with tactical armor. But he nailed me straight in the head. We may try to just make the swim back. Our boat is still here. We'll just take the boat. I don't think there's any fuel in it, but we could row it. Might be quicker than running. Let's see. Yeah, no fuel. So we could try to row it. See how fast that'll go. Gotta push it out some. Nope, not forward, backwards. Nope, not forward. Sometimes my controller's too sensitive. Or my mouse, I should say. Alright, there we go. It's not going to be near as fast as running, but it's probably going to be quicker than running all the way around the water and then through the town. So typically this thing rows about 10 kilometers an hour, like this. It's kind of slow. But if you like jiggle your A and D back and forth, you'll get a little bit more speed out of him quicker, because he's like trying to figure out which way to go. Trying to get my stamina back. Alright. Let's hope that he's still hurt. I don't think he will be, but let's hope he will be. Nope, he just respawned. So you can see him respawn there. Okay. So that was basically a waste of ammo right there. I was hoping to show you the difference. I guess I still could show you the difference, but we basically wasted our ammo there. That right there is one of the reasons why. That's one of the reasons why I like using the RPK over the SVD. Because when you use the SVD, you kind of set yourself up for being there a lot longer than you really have to. And when you use the RPK, it's a lot cheaper. Let's see, we were in this house here. But when you use the RPK, you set yourself up to shoot. You could probably kill the mech in a few minutes versus sitting here for 10 or 15 minutes trying to kill him. So that's one of the reasons why I like using the RPK. Clearly he got a headshot on me. I'm going to assume that that means that there is a NPC nearby. But he nailed me in the head, and we wasted all of our ammo. We were down to one mag left. That would have probably killed him. So that's scum for you sometimes. You win, you lose. I think they're shooting at NPCs. Yeah. Yeah, they're shooting at NPCs. Okay, well, at the end of the video, I'll show you the difference in stuff that you get. But we did secure us a key card from the first mech, C2 bunker, which is a that is a secret bunker. So we can go do that real quick. Just let me get my put this stuff away. Man, we were so close. So close. It's too bad. That's the way it falls though sometimes. You really don't get some good stuff in Scum sometimes. Sometimes it's sometimes you win, sometimes you lose kind of thing. So, let's see. We have plenty of screwdrivers, so we'll take this key card and we'll go up to C2 bunker and see what we get out of there. Alright, so the secret bunker should be right here in front of me. Should be able to kind of see it right there. Yeah, you can see it. But we're going to land in the water here, and then we'll just walk up to it. So you only need 4 screwdrivers for this bunker. It's easy locks, easy rusty locks. But basically, we're just going to head right up here. The old C2 bunker, it's basically right where the old C2 bunker is. So if anybody who used to play around in there, would remember, it's basically on top of this ridge. And it should be right here. Then we have the key card, we got our screwdrivers. All right, we got a VHS 2. That's a good start because sometimes these things don't have anything in them. Got a compass, that's actually a quest item. And we got some ammo along with a ballista. There you go. And then you can search this stuff. Some shotgun shells. Got a compass, flashlight for ASVAL or VSS. and that's it. So, in my opinion, this style of bunker is pretty crap, to be honest. This you have to kill a mech, which I'll go show you the stuff you get from the mech, but you have to kill a mech to get the key card, or get it from a cargo drop, or get it from a police station in order to get this key card. And then you come in here and you get this. Maybe there's been times where I've came in here and gotten a flare or nothing. And then the other bad part about it is which some private servers have fixed it to where you can, but once you use this key card, it's pointless. There's nothing to do with it after that. But some servers have made it to where you can sell this key card after you go in and get the bunker, which makes it somewhat worth it at that point. They take it from being worth like 20 grand if you don't use it to around 10 if you do use it. So after you go and unlock the bunker, pick the locks and all that stuff, you can take this to the trader and sell it. But that's not the case in vanilla settings, which I'm going to go over and show you right now, unless it's changed. I don't think it has. It's been a minute since I've tried it, but I think the last time I tried it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So we'll see if it's changed any.
What's up? Guns come unloaded.
So you still can't sell the key card. So once you go in and you unlock this stuff, this key card is useless. So you just put it on the ground. In some servers you can sell it.
That's registered.
As far as what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just sell this stuff because I don't want it on me. And I have no use for it at this point. So put it in the bank. $0, so the compass isn't worse than anything because it goes to the general store and it's a quest item, so we'll just leave it there. It's all right.
See ya.
All right, so we killed the mech, and like I said, this is going to be the last episode for this series. Yeah, what I want to do next is just show you a couple things that you can do inside a Sandbox. So for example, you can teleport from one place to another, which is if you go and type in map, you can go map teleport, hit enter, and then it'll tell you to go into your map. And then as you see, you got like a little purple circle around your cursor, and you can pretty much spawn anywhere you want at that point. It has to be on land though, so if you try to spawn in a bunker, you have to spawn outside of the bunker to do it. And I also told you that I'll show you the difference between what the yellow mech drops and what the black mech drops. So the next thing we'll do is you can go back into your command prompt and do the pound and do set I, and then go down to immortal, and then you can go immortal true, and now you're invincible to these mechs. The next thing you could do is do the same thing. Bring up your chat you can actually push up on your directional button to go where it says immortal, where you had it immortal, and then you can go set, and this time we can go infinite ammo. Push space and go true, and now we have infinite ammo. So now what I'll do is go back and delete all this, spawn item, and at this point you can spawn in almost anything you want as long as you know the name of the item. So I'm going to spawn in the RPG, and because we have infinite ammo, this RPG does not need ammo. We just put it in our hands and shoot it. And because we have immortality, we can't kill ourselves either. So I played the entire sandbox with only using this one right here, which is set time to 5 a.m. And that's because I wanted to show you guys a full day in the sunlight. And there were times where I came in just to sort loot, so the time would go by, come and go and stuff like that. So I end up playing at different times to sort loot and stuff like that, so I didn't have to do it on the video itself. But as you can see now, we can't die. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this mech and this mech together.
Assume an unthreatening posture now. I will cast you into void.
All right. So, like I said, as far as what the mechs drop, the yellow mech is always going to drop the same thing. It's going to be a C4 part. It's going to be 6 bundles of BMG, which is 30 rounds, a key card, and a BCU lock. And then the black mech, he is going to drop everything the same except for one piece. Which is this sentry part right here. So this is either going to be a 50 cal or a minigun, but he's always going to drop the grenades. He's interrupting us. So he's always going to drop 3 grenades, 2 tear gas, 2 C4 parts, and a sentry aiming kit, which is for the sentries that go along with the rocket turret, I believe. I believe the 50 cal and everything else doesn't need it. He's going to drop the BCU lock and the key card. So there's your difference in what do you want to kill. Do you want to kill a black mech or do you want to kill a yellow mech? In my opinion, in sandbox mode, the only thing worth killing is the yellow mech, in my opinion, because one, you don't need C4, you really don't need grenades. The sentry aiming, the sentry parts are actually kind of broken inside of sandbox mode because you need a BCU, which I don't even know if you can kill yourself to get your BCU, which actually we should be able to see right here because I should have had a BCU in here. So yeah, I do not have a BCU in here that we could have picked up. So in sandbox mode, they're killing the black mech is almost irrelevant unless you want just to loot an area unobstructed by him. So in my opinion, killing the yellow mech and getting the BMG is well worth the value of it, because not only will you get the BMG, you also get the key card, which the key card will give you access to the bunker, the secret bunkers, the kill box in normal bunkers, and then the entire bunker on an abandoned bunker. So that's the value inside of killing the yellow mech in the sandbox mode. Because if you was to get an M82, which we still have infinite ammo on. Oops. M82 weapon right there. So we don't need a magazine because we have infinite ammo on still. Where'd it go? Right there. And I killed the other mech here, so we don't need it. But it's only about 100 rounds of BMG to kill a yellow mech. So if you think about it, I get 30 rounds from killing one. If we go and get crap ammo, or you can loot the abandoned bunkers, then you've only got to kill a couple of these to get another yellow mech and a key card. And that's the benefit of killing the yellow mech versus the black mech, because like I said, the only thing that's good about the black mech is for raiding purposes, and if you're not going to raid a base, then there's no point in anything other than this. Now you can sell this stuff. This stuff sells for pretty good money, which let's go ahead and see. We'll take all this stuff. We'll go to teleport, map teleport, open the map, go back up to the trader.
What's up? If you're trying to rob guns, come unloaded.
So let's see.
That thing registered.
3,000.
Kidding. Nobody cares.
And like I said, you can't sell the key card. You can sell the M82, which actually, if you take this out of the box, it's actually more valuable outside of the box. So, with all the stuff you got from the yellow mech, including if we go sell this at the general store, it's worth like $1,000 maybe. You're gonna get about 13 grand. But here's the thing: you did all that work. Go get the uranium, find the lead plate, collect the scrap, make the ammo, and the toolboxes just to get 11,000. When you could easily go loot the hospital in B0 and pull like $25,000 in a matter of a few minutes.
Goodbye.
So it's really not worth killing the black mech unless you really want this stuff, which there's no point in having any of it in sandbox mode. You know, the tear gas may work on NPCs here soon. I mean, the grenades you could use on the NPCs, but realistically, it's not worth anything. So, I mean, you're basically wasting a grenade on something that can easily be headshotted, more or less. Because at this point in the game, you're going to have, an automatic weapon or something like that in order to kill the NPCs. So let's go kill another yellow mech with the M82. Oh man, somehow we actually ended up in the bunker. That's a first for me, actually. So I didn't even kill him. There it goes. Load him up. But this is really killing the mechs is the only thing you would ever use the M82 for, because this is running around killing puppets with an M82 is just overpowered. There's no point. But So to get the, to kill the yellow mech and get the M82 ammo and a key card is really the only value in killing mechs in sandbox mode. So realistically, when it comes to sandbox mode, the end game is totally up to you. Everybody has their own different mission or different tasks that they want to complete inside of sandbox mode, but the end game is when you want it to be end game. There's, if you want to go through and build you a nice base, collect all the guns, collect all the cars, try everything out, do the abandoned bunkers, do the kill boxes, kill the mechs. The sandbox mode is over when you want it to be over. But here's the thing. Here's my opinion on sandbox mode. I think it's a great learning tool. You can come in here, you can access all the admin commands, the dev commands, including, do stuff like set attributes, and you can come in here and go, I want the highest attributes, which is 8, 5, 5, 5, and have a completely maxed out character. Now you have a completely maxed out character as far as attributes go. So you have the strongest character in the game, and the looks the strongest, biggest, and everything like that. You have everything you want there, and you could do anything you want there. And then you could do the same thing with skills. Come in here and test out skills. SK skill level, and then you can go through and pick whatever skill you want to level up. Survival, I want 4 survival, and to see what I have. That's going to give me advanced. That's going to give me advanced plus in survival. Above advanced is what it's called. It used to be called advanced plus, but now it's called above advanced, and that maxes out your entire skill. So now you can go through and test things like that. If you want to see what to do there, and how long does it take you to build a base. If same thing with the base building. We could have easily came in here and went set God mode to true, and then now we can literally just upgrade our base as fast as we want. And you can place things, you can place different items as far as the base building elements go, as quickly as you want, and you could build a base, figure out your base that you want to build, that beforehand. Like I said, I didn't use any of these while we played Sandbox. I played it legit. The only thing I used was to set the time to 5 a.m. every morning before I started the Sandbox, so that we had a full day of essentially daylight. And that's what I wanted, because I don't like recording with all this fog for daylight. So you can do all these different things and test stuff out and do that, but I encourage you guys to go out and find a online multiplayer server, whether it be PvP or PvE, it doesn't matter. There's even some role-playing servers out there, and jump in and have fun with people. And if your internet's not good enough to do it, then that's kind of sucks. But that's the benefit of playing SCUM, is to play with other people. And there's a lot of things that need worked on, a lot of things that need fixed, but for the majority of people out there playing SCUM, there's still a lot of content that could be utilized for you guys and have fun with. There's a lot of things that you can do and play with. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Like I said, you can go through these prompts and find different things to learn about, and different skills and things that you can activate, and there's so many different things. When I first started learning, I was just going through and pushing A, and then going through all the A's and seeing what's there, going through B and seeing what's all there, and testing all that stuff out. It's fun to test it out and learn new things, see what's about the game, but at the end of the day, you just got to play the game at the end, and go into a multiplayer server to make sure you're not cheating. It's one of the reasons why I play multiplayer so much, not sandbox mode. I did all this naturally, except for the time limit. Like I said, it was fun, it was great, and we'll do another one too. I think there'll still be a lot of new people coming in and out of Scum, and I think the Sandbox series helps people. And I, for the most part, enjoy, making this content, passing on my knowledge. So it is a little boring playing in Sandbox. I'd much rather prefer to play in a multiplayer server, but at the same time, it forces me to be able to focus on task on my own versus playing with other people when you're doing Sandbox as well. So I'm sharpening my skills as well. I'm making sure that I'm zoning into the things that I should be doing while doing stuff like this. And it's good. It's good. So once again, guys, this is going to be a short episode. I said I would kill the mech. We did kill one mech. We failed at the other. That happens. I did show you the stuff that you could get from them. We've been to an abandoned bunker. We've been to a normal bunker. We've done kill boxes. We've done the radiation zone. I mean, the only thing that we haven't done is just go to each and every individual town and bunker and show you each one. But that's for another day as well. We did build a pretty decent base in the time that we had. Like I said, we're going to be wiping the server. We're going to be wiping this map and this character, everything, once the update comes out. Well, it'll already be out when you see this video, but when the update's here, everything will be wiped and we'll start a new character and you'll have a new episode. We'll land somewhere else. We'll build a base somewhere else and we'll test out all the new things that they're adding and go from there and have some fun. But yeah, this is good. I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope it helps. And yeah, feel free to hit me up in my Discord or come into the live stream one day and ask any questions you have and just have fun with the game, man. There's a lot of content out here for people, so it's a good game with a lot of potential. It just needs a little bit of work here and there. So, but yeah, I appreciate everybody who watched this video. I hope you guys have a good rest of the week or day or whatever it is whenever you see this video, and yeah, enjoy Scum. Feel free to come in and ask some questions anytime you want, Discord or live stream, whichever it is. Leave a comment. I'll get to it. I'm super grateful, everyone. I hope you guys have a good one. Be safe. I'm out.